Hey, welcome everybody. This is Moto Stories Tech Tips with Johnny Mac, or MCEL Fresh if you're Chase from Tacoma, was it?
Yes.
Okay. We talked a little bit about this one on the podcast, so if you listened to our last podcast episode, we talked about it, but I'm going to address this also in Tech Tips with Motor Stories. You have bought for the, well, not bought, well, you bought it for $0. I think it was a 73 SL125. Great little bike. Nice find with a title, so good on you. You got it running. You're asking about doing a 12-volt conversion. Now, look at who you're asking. I am the Honda Whisperer. I am inevitably going to tell you to don't do that. To just make the 6-volt system work the way it should, and you'll be fine. But I understand. You've got to do something to your SL. Nick has often said that the 12-volt LEDs will work just fine in a 6-volt system. So if your main goal is just to run LEDs, maybe just try popping some LEDs and see how they work. If it's charging the way it should, a lot of times they'll be running at like 9 volts. So that should be enough to work most, the LEDs, according to Nick, are 6 or 12 volt, or you might be able to get some that are actually branded as 6 volt, but I'm not sure that there's any real difference between them. But I say this because when you go to change it to a 12-volt system, you've got to change everything, including the coil, the horn, all the headlights, including all the little dash lights in the instruments and everything, and converting your stator to a 12-volt stator. You've either got to find a stator or you've got to rewind each of your things, each of your armatures. Now, you might be able to do something where you bridge the two. I think in those bikes, there's one that runs the ignition, and there's one that actually runs the lights. There's 2 separate armatures and they're 2 separate coils. You could potentially be able to wire those in series and make 12 volts or get more voltage out of them. But I also did a little bit of internet research, and people said, no, that stator will actually almost put out 12 volts. So I think that's optimistic, but I also think you could probably just run it like that. I mean, maybe try just put a 12 volt regulator in it and see if it gives you, 12 volts, But that bike probably doesn't even have a regulator. As far as I know, it's like any other one. It just has an old school red box selenium rectifier that's hooked to a battery. So use one of the emergency door sign batteries. We really like those. They hold a charge, and I do that, and I try just running those LEDs on the 6-volt system. Any thoughts, Sleepy?
I would just probably leave it 6 volts.
It's a lot easier. It's not that the system can't have, but you have to change out all those things, and I'm not sure that you're really going to gain all that much. I would try just seeing what you can do by just swapping out, putting the LED bulbs, and see how bright they are. Best I can do for you, man.
All right.
Drive fast and take chances. MCEL Fresh on the mic.